Hi everyone, this is Kaisa Shehzad, English language teacher, and you guys are watching me on uLearning. Today we are going to talk about the very first tense, present indefinite tense. So to understand this tense, you must know the uses of it. So present definite tense is going to be used when you have to tell the universal truth. Universal truth means that something that's true for every person, for every place, and for all times. For example, the sun rises in the east. So that happens everywhere. That has been happening throughout the years, and it's going to happen in the future as well. That's true to every person. So that's a universal truth. The second usage of present definite tense is that whenever you have to tell about the habit of some person or the routine of some person. For example, he wakes up early in the morning, he goes to school, he walks, he sleeps so much. So that's what I'm telling about the person. I'm telling about the habits of a person or the routine of a person. So first of all, let me tell you about the composition of that tense. So the very first thing that you guys must understand is the personal pronoun. I told you about the personal pronouns in my past video about the pronouns. So there are three types of personal pronoun: first person, second person, and third person. First person means the person who is talking. For example, I'm talking to you right now, so I is going to be first person. There might be few people over there talking to you guys. And the second person is you. You might be singular as well as so many people. The third person is he, she, it, singular name, plural name, and they. So in order to understand about present indefinite tense, you must remember third person singulars: he, she, it, and singular name. Say this 10 times: he, she, it, singular name. He, she, it, singular name. So there's going to be some special treatment to these third person singulars every time we're going to go for present indefinite tense. So you must remember these third person singulars. Okay, so let's start it. First of all, I have to tell you the composition of it. So first of all, there's going to be a subject, then there's going to be the first form of verb, then there's going to be an object, anything which is going to do something in the sentence. The verb is the action or state of being. The object is going to be the thing or a person on which the verb is going to be done. And there is a variant as well. Do you remember what I told you before, that third person singular are always going to be treated very differently? So whenever there is going to be third person singular, you have to place s or es at the end of the first form verb. For example, let's make a sentence. So what did I tell you before? What are the three uses of present indefinite tense? You can use it to describe universal truth. You can use it to tell about the habit of someone or the routine of some person. So for example, he sleeps late. So let's just take this sentence and then we have to change it according to the pronoun. So for example, let's go for it. I sleep late, we sleep late, you sleep late. That's okay. It was first person and then it was second person. Okay, now it's going to be third person. What did I tell you about third person singular? There has to be some special treatment. What was that special treatment? Yes, after the verb there's going to be an s or es. So let's go for it. He sleeps late. So the verb is sleep. So we are going to put an s at the end of it. He sleeps late. He sleeps late. She sleeps late. It sleeps late. Alex sleeps late. Boys sleep late. They sleep late. Okay, so that was the positive sentence. So after it, I'll suggest you guys to stop the video and practice about that sentence. Make 4, 5, 6, 7 sentences like this one, and you just have to practice them. You can get those sentences checked by someone, or if there's no one available over there, you can send them to me. I'll check it for you, and after that you should go for the negative one. So for negative sentences in present indefinite tense, you have to put do not and does not as helping verbs. So guess who do we have to put does not with? Yes, third person singular. Exactly. So I do not sleep. I do not sleep late. We do not sleep late. You do not sleep late. He does not sleep late. So do you see that now I haven't put an s after the sleep, because after do I have put an es over there. So that's why I don't have to put an S over there. So he does not sleep late. She does not sleep late. It does not sleep late. Alex does not sleep late. Boys do not sleep late. They do not sleep late. So again, repeat that exercise, stop the video, and convert all those sentences into negative sentences after those are checked by someone who knows about it. Okay, now you guys are ready for interrogative sentences. So there is a universal rule for making interrogative sentences, that whenever you are making an interrogative sentence, you should put the helping verb before the subject. So in that case, what's the helping verb? Do and does. So we are going to put it at the very initial position of the sentence. For example, do I sleep late? Do we sleep late? Do you sleep late? Does he sleep late? Does she sleep late? Does it sleep late? Does Alex sleep late? Do boys sleep late? Do they sleep late? Very well done. Now that's the same thing that you guys have to do as well. Pause the video and convert all those sentences into interrogative. After you guys have done it, you can continue with the negative interrogative sentence. So you guys just have to make a very small change, that you just have to put a not after the subject. So do I not sleep late? Do we not sleep late? Do you not sleep late? Does he not sleep late? Does she not sleep late? Does it not sleep late? Does Alex not sleep late? Do boys not sleep late? Do they not sleep late? Very well done. So now you have to make so many sentences out of it. You should convert all these sentences into all 4 forms, so that you guys are going to have a multi-dimensional understanding of present indefinite tense. I'll suggest you guys to make the assignments and send them to me, so that you should have a better understanding out of it. Keep on practicing. Goodbye. Best of luck.